Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. If you're planning on towing a trailer with your Mercedes GLC300, then you're going to need trailer wiring. It is required by the law. Now let's take a look at how I completed this install. You will need the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. For this wiring installation, we will be installing a quick connect. It does only fit on certain trims of the GLC300. Let's take a quick look at how you can check if this adapter is the same as yours. On either side of the vehicle, you will find a trim cover that you can pop out. The taillight adapter can be found in this recess here. You will need to depress the tab and pull it loose. The quick connect adapter has 6 pins, all in a flat row. As we can see here, this vehicle does have a 6-pin and a flat same adapter. This means we can use this quick connect. Other GLC 300s I've seen where this will not fit, these pins are in 2 levels and not 1. That would indicate that you need to install a universal wiring kit. We can now start removing interior trim components. Let's start with the floorboard. Use a T30 Torx bit to remove one fastener from the center of the rear scuff panel. You can now use a trim panel tool to help pry the scuff panel away from the vehicle body. If you break any trim clips while removing your scuff panel, you can purchase replacements at your local automotive store. Hitch pros, you know that we keep these on hand for just this reason. This cargo net is on 2 clips, but the bar will simply push out of the clips. Use a flathead screwdriver to pry off the cap of the cargo hook. Remove the hook using a T40 Torx bit. Now we need to get just a little bit access behind this trim in order to make the driver's side harness connections. You can go ahead and remove this trim to give you access to pull this out. However, you may be able to just pass the wiring behind it. Let's go ahead and pass the yellow and brown connector behind and connect it on the driver's side. As with this installation, the rest of our wires are going to be on the passenger side. On the passenger side, we can remove a similar trim cap that is a little easier than the driver's side. As well, we have the trim cover that hides the tail light. Remove another cargo hook on the passenger side. Pull the vehicle trim away from the body. Remove the passenger side adapter. You can now install the green adapter. I'm now going to use double-sided sticky tape to hide the converter box, keeping these wires still easily accessible so we can finish connections. We're now ready to affix the white wire, the ground wire, to the vehicle body using the provided self-tapping screw and our power drill in a low setting so we do not strip the opening out. We will get power from our power distribution panel here. There are no accessible nuts here, but there is some underneath. Let's go ahead and lift this trim out of the way. Begin pulling up on the trim. It is tucked underneath the passenger side. To remove your power distribution panel, aka your fuse box, there is a lever right here at the forward end. And here you will find a 10mm fastener from which we can get power. You can now prepare your fuse holder. I typically like to leave a short and long end so that the long end can connect to the power point. Ring terminal on the longer end of the fuse holder. And your butt connector on the other. Place the ring terminal over the post and now re-secure the nut. Now reseat the fuse box. You can now cut off a small length of the provided power wire to connect the fuse holder to the converter box. Pass your power wire behind the trim to connect it to the converter box. Now pass the other end behind any existing wiring or components to hide the wire and connect it to the fuse holder. Now use your heat source of choice to melt the heat shrink on the butt connectors. We're now going to zip tie our fuse holder and the excess black wire that we may have. Next up, we will address our 4-flat connector. It can be left in the back of the Mercedes and stretched out to the trailer or accessories, or you can mount it on a bracket by using this grommet back here as our access point in and out of the vehicle. Pass the connector out the vehicle, attempting to go over the top of the hitch to keep it as far away from the heat shield as possible. We can now reach into the fascia and find where the 4-flat connector has landed. There we go. Due to plastic bracketing that is behind the fascia, a traditional bracket is not what I want to do because I can't get access to my mount back here. So we're going to use this bracket, which is not included with the kit, but can be purchased at your nearest local U-Haul hitch center or ordered from the link in the description below. The U bracket portion has a short leg and a long leg. The long leg aims towards the 4-flat connector. Use the provided hardware to secure the 2 pieces of the bracket. Use 2 10mm tools to tighten the hardware. When tightening the hardware, the bracket may try to gravitate backwards, blocking our pinhole. So before we begin tightening with our tools, let's place a receiver pin into position and then tighten our hardware. The 4-flat connector bracket strap faces to the rear. Now pull the 4-flat connector into position and secure the hardware. You can now insert the provided 15-amp fuse and test your wiring. Let's zip tie this into position. Use a cutting tool like aviation shears to make a slit in the grommet to the center. You can now pass the 4-flat connector inside and wrap the grommet around it. You can now return the trim, beginning with the vehicle flooring. We're now ready to return the scuff panel, but first, replace the 2 trim clips that broke on the way out. Now replace your T40 Torx fastener. That concludes trailer wiring for your Mercedes GLC300. Please remember to practice safe trailering, and I can't wait to see you out there. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can even download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.